So far, we've seen the RCAF's jets and big transports. But a huge part of Canada's air power is built on rotor blades and training aircraft, not just swept wings. Let's start with helicopters. At the light end, the CH-146 Griffin is the RCAF's multi-role utility helicopter. You'll see Griffins in troop transport, reconnaissance, search and rescue, disaster response, and even armed escort roles. They can land in tight spots, hover over forests, and work with ground forces or civil authorities in floods, fires, and storms. Upgrades are keeping the Griffin fleet relevant into the 2030s. For heavy lift, there's the CH-147F Chinook. With its twin rotors and massive cabin, the Chinook can move troops, vehicles, and heavy equipment quickly across the battlefield or across home soil. From resupplying remote bases to supporting overseas operations, Chinooks are about moving weight fast. Over the oceans, the CH-148 Cyclone is the RCAF's shipborne maritime helicopter. It operates from Royal Canadian Navy frigates, hunting submarines, tracking ships, and providing over-the-horizon eyes and ears for naval task groups. On pure search and rescue, the hero is the CH-149 Cormorant. This long-range helicopter is designed to fly into terrible weather, high winds, big waves, blizzards, to pick people up from ships, mountains, or remote areas. These SAR missions are some of the most dangerous flying in the Canadian inventory, and they're a core part of the RCAF's domestic mission. For basic rotary-wing training, the CH-139 Jet Ranger and its successors introduce new pilots to the fundamentals of helicopter flight before they move on to operational types. Now, let's talk about how you create all these aircrew in the first place. RCAF training today uses a mix of aircraft. Primary trainers like the Grob G120 for the early phases of flying, the CT-156 Harvard II for advanced turboprop training, the CT-142 based on the Dash 8 for navigation and mission training, King Airs for multi-engine skills, and the CT-114 Tudor still flying with the Snowbirds demonstration team. But this whole system is being overhauled under the Future Aircrew Training Program, FACT. FACT is a multi-decade contract with Canadian industry to deliver a complete, modern training pipeline, new training aircraft, simulators, instructors, courseware, and infrastructure. The goal is simple and hard at the same time: produce enough well-trained pilots and aircrew to fill the cockpits and mission stations of F-35s, P-8s, drones, helicopters, and transports through the 2030s and beyond. Better simulators mean more hours on mission without burning fuel or aircraft life. Better training pipelines mean less time lost between phases and fewer bottlenecks. And then there are the drones. Canada has experimented with unmanned systems for years, leasing Heron drones in Afghanistan, operating smaller systems like the Blackjack and Skelder for surveillance. But the big step is the Remotely Piloted Aircraft System, RPAS program. Under RPAS, Canada is buying a fleet of MQ-9B Sky Guardian drones, large, long-endurance remotely piloted aircraft capable of flying high and staying on station for long periods. They carry advanced sensors and can be armed with precision weapons. They're ideal for Arctic patrols, maritime surveillance, and overseas operations where you need persistent eyes and the option for strikes without risking a pilot. With helicopters, a rebuilt training system, and long-range drones, the RCAF is trying to do three things at once: support domestic missions, disaster relief, SAR, northern operations. Maintain high-end combat capability, trained crews, complex systems, modern tactics. Extend its reach and persistence in the Arctic and overseas through unmanned aircraft. In the next part, we'll look at the bigger picture, why this mix of fleets was chosen, how NORAD modernization and defense spending are changing the game, and what the RCAF of the 2030s and 2040s might look like.